Yes, sir. How y'all doing today? My name's Paul Peterson to be exact. I'm basically making this for reasons of being fired by Uber. Never made a recording before on YouTube or no other thing. Never went live on Facebook, but I'm feeling some type of way right now. I'm gonna tell y'all from the beginning, and I'm gonna tell y'all the end, and we're gonna get into a little bit in the middle of what happened. I started August of 2014 as an Uber driver. I was released last month, which would be April of 2017. So basically, I was almost an employee of Uber for 3 years almost. I've had over 6,000 trips. I had a 4.8 rating. Never had any issues with Uber. My reason for being fired was because of my background. And that was a background check that a company called Checker ran that, as Uber says, a third party, the people that originally did my background when I started. And that was for my fourth background check. Then they decided to let me go for no reason because of a previous record that I have. And I'm not going to say I don't have. I do have a criminal record. Now, I applied for Uber August 2014. I had a background check done by Checker. Checker allowed me to work. I applied for the other rideshare company, Lyft, the same month, because you can do both, as a lot of you drivers know. I was denied by Lyft because of my background. Respect, because they didn't allow me to work or do anything. They basically told me my background is an issue, so they can't hire me. Cool. Well, I was driving, I would say this was August of 2015, basically 1 year of being an Uber driver. I picked a young lady up at American University. Now, the young lady was a news feed writer. Well, I don't know what she was going to the school for, but she does news feed. And she was doing a documentary on Uber drivers. So she asked me a few questions, asked me about my past. And once I told her my past, the young lady got very interested and said she wanted to go another direction with me. And you can look this up. You can Google it, because I Googled it. And once you Google it, you can scroll down. The caption was from jail cell to Uber driver. And it was August 11th, 2015. That's when it went up on Newsfeed. Now, I did the interview a few weeks prior to that. Now, mind you, once again, Uber just let me go last month because of my background. As if they didn't know I had a background, even though I had a background check before I started August 14. Mind you, the young lady emailed me what was it? She emailed me saying that the video was up. Now, this was August 11, 2015. Once again, that was about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Before 12 o'clock noon hit, Uber gave me a call. Now, any of you that drive for Uber know you don't call Uber. Uber doesn't call you. You don't have no way to get in contact with Uber at all except for email or go to one of their hub stations. And the one back then, it was on Connecticut Avenue. Now it was in Forest Heights, I think. So, I guess it was the PR department. I don't know who it was. But they called me, asked me what was the nature of the video, how did it come about, who was the young lady. And I told them, you look at the video, I talk real good about y'all, because I said y'all gave me the opportunity to provide for my family from being a convicted felon. I only been out of jail a little over a year, maybe about 18 months. But I was providing for my family because of Uber. Without Uber, I don't know where I would be at, because it was hard to find a job, a good paying job anyway, because I don't have a lot of skills, because I had a criminal history, which was things that would have me, we're not even gonna get into all that. Don't worry about that. But anyway, so Uber was aware of my background August 11th, 2015. Because like I said, somebody from Uber called me. Now, 2016 go by. I guess last year you had the Uber driver that had killed some people or something. So Uber started to crack down outside of all the other things that Uber has having issues with. So, basically, I guess right after that, I got an email from Uber saying they wanted to do a random background check. Can they have my consent? Cool. They did it last year. I got the same email in January. They did it again. I got the same email again last month. That was a fourth background check. They did it again, but this time I didn't get an email from Uber. They just ran it, and it was Checker. So Checker froze my account. So I went to the hub station the Uber hub station in Forest Heights to ask a young lady about that. She said a lot of drivers are losing their jobs because Checker, they keep saying it's a third-party background check company, has freed the people accounts and they have nothing to do with that. And I'm like, how can somebody that's doing y'all background basically tell y'all what y'all can do? Y'all are the company, they are the third party company, which is the background company. So they give you the information. It's up to y'all to make the decision on to keep the driver or not. The young lady basically told me it's out of her hands. There's nothing that they can do. She's sorry. She said, I'm a rare case because I've been doing Uber almost 3 years. The average driver that was losing their job has been there for a few months. And she said the excuse that Checker gave them is they was missing stuff on background checks. They wasn't catching everything. I said, well, this is my 4th one, and I've been with y'all for going on 3 years now. So how is it out of 4 background checks, y'all didn't catch anything? But when I tried to get with Lyft, and I think Checker does Lyft's background check, I never got a chance to drive with Lyft, and Lyft told me off the break, no, you have a background. There's nothing we can do with you. But she said, I'm sorry. If I was you, I would seek legal advice because it's not right what they're doing. They're just letting a lot of people go, and a lot of people, this is how they feed their families, such as myself. I quit my regular job, even though it was construction. It was still a guaranteed job to do Uber full time. Well, let that go. Called a few lawyers, never got no response. The ones that wanted me to come in, of course, they wanted me to pay. So I was like, no, can't do that because you can tell me over the phone if you can take my case or not. So I'm still looking for legal representation because I still feel like I have a lawsuit and I'm old and a lot of other drivers are old, old for the pain and suffering that we had to go through because if we basically quit our regular jobs, do this full time, and you hired us after a background check, because you can't hide anything. You have to give your social security number up prior to working with Uber, and your social tells everything. And what is so crazy, I signed off another rideshare company 2 weeks ago, and I told them my situation. They're here, for those of you that don't know, I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, the DMV area, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. This company is located in D.C., not going to say their name. I told them my situation with Uber because Checker does their background check. The lady said, okay, we're going to still run it, see what happens. I'm able to work for them, even though I'm doing another job. I'm not going to do that job, but it's real crazy how these people saying, well, Checker can tell us what they want to tell us, but it's up to us to hire you or not. So that's basically the same thing with Uber, but Uber just they're putting the blame on Checker, and that's not fair. So first thing, for all of you that would like to reach out, especially legal representation, my email address is spp2775@gmail.com. That's S as in Sam, P as in Paul, P as in Paul again, @gmail.com. spp2775@gmail. And I'm going to take it a step further. You can give me a phone call at 202-308-4588. Because I feel some kind of way. Oh, and I forgot to say I was in the process of writing a book, a tell-all, as far as my experiences as an Uber driver, especially in the beginning when Uber first started. I got some stories. A lot of them are a little freaky, but I got some stories for you if y'all really want to hear some stories. And so any publishing companies out there that want to partner up with me, because my money is funny, so I don't have the money to put up for it, but if I can get a publishing company, you write, I talk, we can do a 50-50 venture or whichever way you want to do it. But I have a lot of stories to tell. And I have been an Uber driver for a while. Like I said, I've done over 6,000 trips. I started doing Uber X. I'm an Uber X driver when it first started in DC. And it started, I think, around 2013, the end or the beginning. So like 90% of the people I picked up never even taken Uber. So as I was a new driver, they were the new passenger. And when you come to the the college girls, Adams Morgan area, U Street. There's a lot of crazy stuff that went on in the beginning because anything new, people want to just act crazy. Now, Uber just another cab company. But I'm going to leave it at that. Once again, you have my information. For those of you that see this and you're feeling my pain, especially legal representation, please reach out to me because I feel like this situation isn't over with. And I would like to see further action taken, because I was let go for no reason. No reason. And I had bills to pay and kids to take care of, and that hurt. But I'm a hustler. I got back on my grind, and I'm definitely working, making more money than I was making with Uber. But still, what they did and how they did it wasn't right. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And God bless y'all. Take care.